Uh, I have to respond to this. You know, one thing I learned in the legal field is don't present something you don't have the answer to. And don't ask a question if you don't already know the answer. But um, let me say first and foremost, I am not subscribed to Deanna, okay? And she seems to believe because I see what she says that I am, quote, always looking at what she's doing. No, I'm not. Someone sent me the link that she had mentioned me, and I went over and looked at it. That's it. That's all. That's all I do. And I haven't been subscribed to her for years. And let me address you directly. I have not been subscribed to you for years because I don't find you interesting. And I'm not going to give you my subscription. Um, I'm not interested in what you're doing because all you do is yell and cuss and say ugly, vile, disgusting things about people, and including myself. And that's not interesting to me. To me, you are low information, and what you present on your channel is of no substance, and I have no need to be subscribed to you. So there's that part. Uh, like I said, someone sent me a link, just like with Skillet. I would never have known that she made a video because I was not subscribed to her. I would never have known had someone not added me in my mentions. And I got a notification of the mention. And I went over to hear what she had to say. Same thing I do with you. No, I'm not subscribed to you. But nonetheless, I do hear what you say about me, and I do respond. And I will continue to respond. That's not harassment, it's responding. There's a big difference because what happens with you is that no matter what, if I'm going back and forth with somebody, you run to them, you summons them to you, and you send them that one little court paper or that one court document. And that's why I made that video, because you all had perpetuated all of these lies for all of these years. People saying, oh, yeah, she had to know. She was living with him and he was living with her, and they went down to the basement and with the girls, and all the most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard. So I had to make that special video and provide receipts because apparently my word wasn't good enough. But I proved what I said. Okay? And those were a lot of other court documents. I digress. But that's what you do. When I was going back and forth with QB, instead of just letting us go back and forth regarding or deciding to not talk about it or whatever, we had one issue we were discussing. What happened? You on your video said, tell QB. You said the quote, the words were, I don't fuck with him, but tell QB to get over here. Mm-hmm. And you all forwarded all that same old stuff from 26 years ago, maybe 27 years ago, even. I don't know now. But you forwarded all that stuff to him to give him some, quote, ammunition, end quote, so that he could do what you wanted to do, see done again. Okay? And it wasn't necessary. What we were talking about did not warrant that degree of a response from him. Then, so you inserted yourself there. And while you were doing it, you went on a rant about me. Remember? Uh huh. And this time with Skillet. She and I going back and forth regarding, um, you know, what she did to James Caldwell and what Sean, how he manipulated her. Okay. Um, you know, here you come again. You don't just say, yeah, she told me, which, she may have told you recently, but she didn't, it didn't need your intervention. What you did with that was you went on another tirade and another rant about me and about my son. And yet you want to say I'm harassing you? No. So if I respond to that, you want to call it harassment. No, it's called responding. And as far as my black lines and whatever you call it, you damn right. Because what I presented had people's government names or family and friends' phone numbers. And I'm not about to show that to anyone publicly. Like I said in my video, the only time something like that will be shown will be in court with a judge in camera. Now, the next thing you say is that, hey, what you did didn't impact nothing. It didn't mean something in your world. It didn't mean nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it did mean something because I managed to get an injunction against harassment against you based on your videos. Nothing more. So you want to call me crazy? Fine. But it happened. And you know it happened. And the only way you could keep it real from being real in your life is to run from it. Yeah. So you can sit up here and talk all the shit you want to. It was real to you, or you would not have run from it. Because believe you me, it was valid. So you can minimize it for the sake of your ego if you like, but that's not reality. And when people don't face reality, what do they call that? Do they call that crazy? Okay. And again, what was going on with QB and Skillet was none of your business. But there you go. Here you come again every time. The same old shit. Every time. And you expect me to, oh, I won't say anything. Have bullshit. Okay? Just like you can come out and defend you and yours, I can come out and defend me and mine. You bring me up, I'm going to respond. And that's not harassment. You know what will stop any response from me? You speaking on me. Now, you've wished death on me 2 times. You've mocked me getting hit by a car. Hey, pretend like your wish came true. And just ignore me, unsubscribe, and act like I don't exist. That would be the best course of action. Because I'm only responding to you with documentation, with facts. And now you come up with this silly stuff that you came up with recently. You said, what did you say? I was at the doctor's office and it was in March of 2022. And the doctor this and the TV that and the. And you said you saw somebody say in March, because that's the month you use, March. And I'm 2022. Okay? Because that's what I'm talking about. It said that, you said that it came on the news. It's 104 degrees in Tucson, Arizona. No, that's not true. And you showed up that it said 3 weeks ago. Do you know when that 3 weeks ago? That was 3 weeks ago from July 2022. It's been there all the time. Law enforcement told me to keep it. Yeah. And it was from your other channel. But the fact is that you basically are saying that you were in the doctor's office in March of 2022. But that 3 weeks ago had nothing to do with recent times. Okay? And you know it. You absolutely know it. So, show 3 weeks ago, that's what it's going to show on anything. Whenever you take the snapshot, whatever time is on there, that's what time is going to be on. There's no date on those posts. Okay? So, making a big deal out of that, come on now. That's ridiculous. So, you said in March of 2022 there was a heat wave, okay, in Tucson, Arizona. Now, everybody, please, please hear this. I don't expect you to believe me saying, no, it was not a heat wave. But I will say this, that it doesn't get to 104 degrees in March in Tucson, Arizona. Okay? And you can check my community wall because I got the weather listing from that whole entire month. No such heat wave then. You know when it was? Let me help you remember. It was July of 2022. And that screenshot was taken in August of 2022. Okay? And that's when I'm saying that you took the trip there. Now, you may be trying to save face with the people that you told you did not go there, but you won't do it at my expense because I will get down in the weeds with it and show you, pull out every lie you tell, every single one. And when you say you saw a heat wave on the news about Tucson, Arizona in March of 2022, come on, The exact date was July 22nd of 2022. That's what the police report says. Mm-hmm. That's when they looked at it. That's when I called them. And because I had an outstanding injunction against you in the state, that's the only reason they flagged my address in case I called, in case you showed up. That's it. That's all. And if you had have, yeah, you would have been arrested. So, no bait there, honey, at all. And like I said, I don't have to go out to the police department. You can make a phone call. That's all I did. Make a phone call. So, I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but you're trying to save face, I believe. And, the people who say, um, I'm old and crazy, you can be young and crazy as well. You can be any age and crazy, but I ain't crazy at all. Not at all. And the fact that you went to that degree to lie, okay, about you were at the I wouldn't have even known you were at the doctor's office till you just said it because I don't watch you. So you coming at me, calling me names, talking about me and all these derogatory terms and that sort of thing, that's all you do. And lie, because you lied again. Now, this is the way we can do this. Like I said, go away, unsubscribe. I'm not going anywhere. Unsubscribe, like I'm unsubscribed to you. And if I mention you, then you can come over and look at it. But to want to sit there and watch everything I do, that shows a very heavy investment on your part. And the old saying that I grew up with hearing, methinks the lady doth protest too much. You're protesting this too much. Because what they also saw, and I saw as well, was underneath that post, people telling you to stay hydrated. Okay. Because it's hot in Arizona, you're going to stay hydrated in Mississippi in the winter or close to the winter, whenever it was. You say in March. None of it makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't ring true, and that means it's a lie. Now, somebody um, said they were reading from transcripts. You can get those at the courthouse. You have to pick them up and pay for them. Yeah, you can do it that way. But they said they were reading from transcripts. Did they think they were reading from transcripts? I don't know. I kind of hope you did have the transcripts so you could see what the truth was. But, and then why would someone even ask when you said you were back, did you get the photo? And then I asked, well, did you take a picture of me? What did you do? Because I damn sure didn't stay, you know, inside. I would come out for a little while or something like that, but not in the heat of the day. So your little laugh you got, that's in your imagination. You could just see me run into the police department. I don't run anywhere. I do it from home. The only thing I went to the courthouse for was, and that was what was that, in September, yeah, of 2021, I believe, yeah, September of 2021. That's when I went to the courthouse to get that injunction against you and others. Now, I don't really know what your point is for continuously telling me how smart I think I am or how much this I think I'm not better than anyone. I have a skill set in that area. I have different skill sets that you don't know about, but I do. I accomplished some things when I was your age and younger, and even a little older. But as far as you trying to make me paint me as someone, you think you're this, you think you don't know how I think. But the people who know me, and they know I don't think like that. Because I don't think I'm better than anybody. Ever. So that's all I have to say. You'll see on my community wall again the statement from the National Weather Organization showing the entire month of March of that year. And there was no heat wave that year. The last heat wave was in the 90s, and I think it said 2011. Now, so, and I don't know when you went to the doctor, like I said, but if you were trying to bait me when you were in the doctor, doesn't that show a little bit of obsession on your part? Something wrong there. Just forget I exist. I've managed to do it with you until I get a link and you bring my name up. If something's going on with me and somebody else, you don't need to insert yourself. All you got to do is sit back and watch. That's it. You find something else to do. But you will not discuss me and expect me to be quiet. And all the people over there who think I'm boring, hey, boring to me is you. It's old. That's all you do. And if I'm boring to them and you're boring to me, well, never shall the twain meet. Never. Okay? And I did the smart thing years ago, unsubscribed. I've been unsubscribed to you since you left Club Chat. That's a long time. But that post, it's still on Google's server. Yeah, it stays on Google forever. You can delete it and everything else. It stays on Google. Ask them. There's no deleting of anything when it comes to YouTube. It goes straight to Google's server and it stays there. So find something to do. That's what I would suggest. Because believe you me, despite me making videos and so on, I'm still accomplishing things. I'm still doing stuff. I'm still enjoying life. I'm still aware of what's going on in the world, the real world. And I'm not so tuned into what other people are doing. A lot of this stuff is minutia, and a lot of it's petty. And I don't normally weigh in on it. Every now and then I will. But not all the time on every single little thing. And that's all you give. And you don't do it fairly. And you don't do it accurately. And you don't do it without a bias. If they tell you tomorrow, hey, she went grocery shopping, what would happen then? And she need to stop eating so she can die. That's probably what you would say. But I don't care about you, honey. I don't care about what you do every day. I don't care about your life. I don't care nothing about you. And like I said, I don't subscribe to someone whom I detest. Catch that, because I do detest you and a couple of other people. And that's a strong word to use, but I mean it. So since we've never had a conversation, since you don't know me, since you've never seen me in person or anything of that nature, you have no way to know anything about me other than what I say on here. And if I file complaints, that's what they're there for. If she file a complaint, I'm going to file a complaint. You're damn right. Because guess what? The people who don't file complaints, those are the dangerous people because they take other steps. I'm glad I'm not in that number. I'm glad I know that there is a step to take, a complaint to file. Some people don't know that. And they just go postal on everybody. So complaints are good. It's the civilized way to handle disputes between 2 human beings or 3 human beings or 4 human beings, but it's the way you handle disputes. And that's what I will continue to do. If I need to, I will file a complaint against whatever in my real life or in my online life. But so far, that's the only times I've had to file a complaint is when you were involved, with you and others. But in my real life, yeah, I'll file a complaint. And guess what? I'm successful with them. So as far as what you said about, that's why he told you that, we don't know why he did that. We have no clue because he's never really told the truth. Because he even lied. Saying because I went to the ER behind YouTube shit. No, I did it behind someone who had been at one point in my life a friend or an acquaintance, you know, electronically by phone or whatever. But, you know, so you can't compare that either. Not to my real life, not to who I am at my core. So that's all I got to say. Just find something to do, and life will be much more enjoyable for you. And you know what else? You should have made a bet. Next time, make a real bet that I will respond, because I will. And you can make some money. I bet you she's listening. No, I wasn't listening. Not live. No, after. But I did respond. So make you some money, I guess, because that's a sure bet. But if you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. But as long as you say something about me and it's disparaging or inaccurate, I will respond. So there's nothing to bet on, really. That's a given. That's who I am. You think that you're Miss, I'm going to drag her and then she'll be quiet. No. Last time I got quiet when you dragged me was when I was filing paperwork, honey. And I'm just responding to you now. Let it go. Move around.